Good morning, everyone. My name is Ruth Steinholtz. I'm head of Arete Work, and I'm here to substitute for Christian, who's away on holiday for a few days, and I'm here to do the CYA training. Now, some of you may know me since I've done some work with the people out in Asia and in the Middle East, but those of you in Europe and North America may not know me. So I had a chat with Christian before he left, and he told me that it would be really good if we could go through the travel and entertainment policy today. So that's exactly what I'm planning to do. Yes, sir. Someone had your hand up. Sorry, I don't know your name.
Hi, Ruth. I'm Richard Bistrong. It's nice to meet you. I appreciate that the CYA session today is on travel and entertainment. Here in the Americas and Europe, we're not doing a lot of travel or entertainment. I'm having some other emerging risk issues that I'd like to address or like to see if you could help me with. Donation risk right now was really hitting my radar. So do you think we could maybe recalibrate today's session?
Hi, Richard. Thanks for that. Well, I'd love to help you out, and I've made a note, but I'm afraid, Richard, Christian and I had a chat before, and he was pretty keen that we get through this travel and entertainment stuff, just so we could check it off.
No problem, Ruth. I'm just going to mute the video and audio for a minute. I'm going to give Christian a ring here.
While you do that, I'm going to go ahead so that we can get this over with. Right. So,
Hello?
There's some...
Christian, hi. How are you?
Richard, I'm on holiday at the moment in the countryside.
How'd I get your phone number? It's called the company directory. I mean, I hope you're having a nice holiday. I'm sorry to disturb you. Yes, I'm very sorry. But Ruth, she seems very nice, but we're doing CYA training on something that has nothing to do with any risk that I'm facing right now. Do you think that maybe you could have a chat with her and recalibrate for this week?
Richard, get back on the training, stop talking to me and focus on that.
Okay, once again, I'm sorry for disturbing you.
No, I'm not interested in talking about the training. This is really important stuff. You just have to listen to what she has to say.
Okay. Yes, you have a nice holiday too. Thanks.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Hello, everyone. Hi, my name is Ruth Steinholtz, and I'm here to substitute for Christian to do the CYA training while Christian's on holiday. And he asked me if I would go through the travel and entertainment policy with you, but it seems kind of odd, and since nobody's actually traveling, and I presume you're not entertaining either because of all the restrictions that we're under. So instead of doing that, I thought it would be useful if I could hear from you what kinds of risks you are facing under these conditions. And then if you'll allow me to, I'll go away for a day or two and think about it. We can reschedule the training, and I'll come in with the topics that you really need me to be discussing now. Does anybody have any thoughts? Yes, gentleman here.
Hi, Ruth. I'm Richard Bistrong. I'm based in the Americas and have responsible for the Americas and Europe. Thank you so much for asking for some feedback. Travel and entertainment risk is not something we're seeing right now because we're not doing a lot of traveling or entertaining, but I am seeing some issues with respect to donation risk. So I don't have a lot of experience. We haven't done too much CYA training on that particular issue. So if you could think about that, I'm happy to have an offline discussion with you, and maybe when you sort of re-engineer and recalibrate the training, we could talk a little bit about that. That would be extremely helpful.
Okay, yes, it might be useful if we had a bit of an offline. I mean, the general area is familiar to me, but I'd like to know specifically what kinds of things you're concerned about so that when we come back and do the training for everyone, it will be relevant.
Look forward to it, and we'll arrange to have that offline discussion. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Happy holidays. Bye.
Thank you. Well, Ruth, as Compliance Christian would say, our first vignette ended in an epic failure. So from your perspective, what happened?
Well, obviously, I was thrown in the deep end, and I apparently didn't have the wisdom to get to know the audience before I dove into a topic which even to me, seemed like a kind of an odd topic under the circumstances. I mean, okay, maybe they're traveling in Asia, but in Europe and North America, I probably know that that you're not traveling. So I was, as somebody coming in more or less from the outside, I was still really not giving an adequate level of really looking at the situation and finding out what was important to you.
But Ruth, between people taking time with family right now and the re-engineering of commercial and compliance teams, this won't be the first time where new people are needing to collaborate with one another, whether it's CYA training or understanding and rolling out other issues. So what happened in the second vignette that you think it worked well?
Well, I think the second vignette was more representative of the fact that, first of all, as people in compliance and ethics, we need to walk the talk. So that means that I need to use my own judgment and think, well, what is appropriate? And secondly, I need to make sure that I get to know the people that I'm working with before I just go off in some direction. Because if I don't, then they're going to just think, well, we're only doing this because it's tick the box, which is not what we're trying to do. And will turn some people off. It can actually be counterproductive if you bore people and talk to them about things which really aren't relevant to them.
I totally agree. The first vignette was about implementing, but the second vignette was about influencing and inspiring. And there's a wonderful article that I recently read in the Harvard Business Review, authored by Rebecca Zucker, who I've had the pleasure to know, called Collaborating with Someone Who You Don't Really Know. And it talks about what do we need from each other to do our best work. And I think that second vignette was so representative of that. I wanted to help you out with respect to having training that's calibrated to the real world risk. And you were really an open listener and encouraged feedback from the field. So I don't think these are unusual circumstances given what's happening right now. So thank you for both.
Well, I think, the second one, some of the concepts really aren't new at all. I mean, we wrote this book, Ethical Business Practice and Regulation, before COVID struck. And those two things, getting to know your audience and cooperating with people and finding out what's relevant to them, were even important then. And they're certainly important now.
Well said, Ruth. And I'm looking forward to seeing you and Christian, wherever he may be, when we can all travel again and back to having our London teas and lunches. But until then, from here in New York, a heartfelt wishing everyone a safe, healthy, and happy holidays. So I'll sign off from here in New York and turn it over to you, Ruth.
Well, thank you, Richard. So from here in lockdown, essentially London, I also wish everyone a heartfelt time for the holidays and a happy new year and healthy new year. And Richard, look forward to seeing you on this side of the pond at some time in the future. Bye-bye. Happy holidays.
So long. And we'll find Christian somewhere, I'm sure.
Somewhere. He's disappeared.
And it's a goodbye from me here in the English countryside. I'll see you guys next year.